You're watching KWWL. We've got you covered. This is the news at 10.
Coming up live tonight here at 10 o'clock, Iowa City Police are responding. A video shows them busting up a party sweeping social media right now.
A lack of metal detectors helping let a gun inside the Jackson County Courthouse. That's raising questions about security at other Iowa courthouses.
And some huge issues on the ballot tonight involving our area schools. Those election results are coming up right now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ron Steele.
And I'm Amanda Goodman. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. But let's talk weather, because a flash flood watch is currently in effect for all of eastern Iowa. We're told, though, it is diminishing at this hour. We've had some steady rain throughout the night. Storm Track 7 Chief Meteorologist Mark Stackenberg is tracking the storms in our area. Rain tonight and then chilly temperatures in the morning.
That's right. Temperatures will be dropping even throughout the afternoon, and some gusty winds. We're looking at the potential for some heavy rain across the area. Officially, a flash flood watch remains in effect for the overnight hours. Threat for that seems to be diminishing right now. We're dealing with just general showers and a couple isolated thunderstorms. The heaviest of the rain has been generally south of Highway 20. Not a whole lot of rain across our northern counties. Not anticipating the heavy rain anymore as we head through the overnight hours. Reason for that is these strong thunderstorms down to the south, gobbling up all the moisture from transporting northward. So this is sort of stealing our thunder over the rain. We'll just see some showers and a couple of thunderstorms, but not the heavy rain as we head into the overnight hours. Still some wet weather through the overnight. And then tomorrow, windy, and it's going to turn cooler. We'll give you details on that coming up in just a minute.
Thank you very much, Mark. Decision 2014 are continuing coverage right now, and the votes are in at this hour in Cedar Falls. It's not even close. It's historic in nature with an unprecedented large turnout. And the results, for now, there will be no new Cedar Falls High School as the $118 million bond issue falls in a landslide victory for the no vote. KWWL's Michael Crow following it for us tonight in Cedar Falls. A busy night at a lot of polling stations.
Yeah, you know, that's right. Right now, with all precincts reporting, we're looking at a solid no to the new high school and property tax levy. So what does that mean to you? Well, the new high school would have been built out near the University of Northern Iowa. And that money would have also covered improvements to current schools. Now, it would have also meant a 0.04% property tax levy, about $4 per $1,000 of property value. Now, fair turnout tonight for that vote. Polls were supposed to close at 8, but some had to stay open to let everyone in line vote. And the auditor says at least 2 stations had to do that.
It's 8 o'clock and the polls are closed, so I had to go verify whoever the last person in the line is. I have to keep track of that last person and then make sure that there's no one that gets in line after that person.
So these are unofficial numbers, of course, but it looks like right now about 4,200 people voted in favor of this and about 5,700 voted against. And the auditor says that's about a 34% turnout, which is actually very large. Now, the district obviously disappointed to see this vote fail. They sent this statement to KWWL. They told us, "We appreciate the community's thorough consideration of this vote. As a district, we will pause, reflect, and plan our next steps. The election is over, but the work isn't done." They went on to say, "It is a question of how to meet the needs of our students as the district continues to face enrollment growth and capacity challenges now and into the future." And I actually just got off the phone with a vote no supporter, Judd Saul. He tells me they're happy to see the vote go this way, but they do want to see renovations done to the elementary schools. They just want to see the district come back with a different plan that they can deal with. So we'll hear more from both sides, obviously, in the coming days. We've got you covered. Michael Crow, KWWL News.
All right, Michael, it's going to have to be scaled back, obviously, at a time when a lot of school districts are having declining enrollment. Cedar Falls projecting large enrollment increases in coming years.
And at KWWL, we've been watching other big votes on school issues throughout eastern Iowa throughout the night tonight. In Cedar Rapids, let's check in. Voters narrowly passing their PEPL rate increase with 50.25% of voters saying yes to that rate increase. And Solon, voters passing both issues on the ballot, a bond issue and a PEPL pass by strong margins. The measures in Springfield require a supermajority of 60% to pass, but neither measure got that much voter support. Both measures failed tonight. And in New Hampton, neither measure got a supermajority, which voters said no to both bond issues. You can get full details about the voting margins and the issues on the ballot right on our website, kwwl.com.
The former city manager of the city of Maquoketa is dead tonight after a Jackson County sheriff says he opened fire at a meeting today of the Jackson County Board of Supervisors in Maquoketa. It actually happened inside the Jackson County Courthouse at about 11 o'clock this morning. Officials say the former city manager, 71-year-old Francis Gus Glazer, went to the County Board of Supervisors meeting today to talk about his property taxes. He was upset about that, actually pulled out a handgun. Gus to talk about his property taxes today. The board says it's not the first time he had complained about his taxes. The sheriff says Glazer started getting upset with the board, eventually pulled out a handgun from his briefcase. Witnesses say he fired a shot, apparently aimed at the county assessor, luckily missed her, and then the county supervisor, Larry Coos, tackled Glazer. During the struggle, the gun went off again, striking and killing Mr. Glazer.
If he wouldn't have been there, there's more than one shot could have happened really easy, and if it wasn't for him and another couple guys that were sitting there, it could have been a lot worse than it was.
Now, of course, weapons are not allowed in courthouses, including the Jackson County Courthouse. The sheriff says only metal detecting security equipment there is one of those hand wands. The officials say they did not use that today. They only used that during high-profile cases at the county courthouse. Officials did not use the metal detecting wand this morning when Mr. Glazer entered the county courthouse.
And it's that shooting at the Jackson County Courthouse that's raising a lot of questions on courthouse security right across eastern Iowa. As we mentioned, weapons are not allowed inside most courthouses, but there were no metal detectors. And Johnson County is not the only one. KWWL's Justin Andrews is live right now outside the Johnson County Courthouse. And Justin, no metal detectors there either.
Yeah, and that's been a concern for quite some time. Incidents like the one in Jackson County has leaders here in Johnson County pushing for a new courthouse annex, one that will bring more security and metal detectors. Keeping the Johnson County Courthouse safe is on the minds of many county leaders after a shooting at the Jackson County Courthouse Tuesday, and just 6 months ago, a scare at the Madison County Courthouse after a man pulled out a gun.
We would really like to have metal detectors so we can make sure that people are not taking guns or knives into the courthouse.
Here at the Johnson County Courthouse, there are no metal detectors and only 2 deputies who patrol the courthouse grounds. Janet Linus, the Johnson County attorney, says they are able to set up a portable metal detector outside a courtroom when there are high-profile cases.
But it doesn't take care of everybody else in the courthouse or when people are not in that courtroom.
She says this has been a concern for many for years. In fact, in November, voters will be asked to approve a courthouse annex that would add security, including metal detectors, something Linus says is essential.
Something that we're concerned about not only for the people who are at the courthouse on a day-to-day basis, who are the staff who work there, whether it's judges, clerk of court's office, county attorney's office, but everybody who goes there, whether you're there to pay a fine, whether you're there to testify.
Now, Linus says jurors have come up to her concerned for their safety because of the lack of metal detectors and the lack of security during high-profile cases. We've got you covered live outside the Johnson County Courthouse. I'm Justin Andrews, KWWL News.
All right, Justin, thank you. Now, we checked in with other counties. The Lynn County Courthouse has metal detectors, while Bremer and Benton counties do not.
A loud music and loud voices complaint caught on video brought an Iowa City party to an early end last Saturday night, as it turns out, but tensions increased when Iowa City police arrived on the scene and told everyone to leave. The cell phone video recorded the exchange as police ordered everyone out of the South Johnson Street apartment. After someone posted portions of the cell phone video on social media, Iowa City police released a statement defending their policies in breaking up that party. In addition, Iowa City police charged Daniel Tatke with keeping a disorderly house, Patrick Horace charged with interference with official acts and public intoxication. And police also arrested Roman Wilson on charges of disorderly conduct. Now, no one was injured, and Iowa City police say their officers also recorded the entire incident on their body cameras.
A man dying of cancer will not be spending any time in prison on drug charges. Instead, a judge sentenced him to parole. Benton McKenzie was given that sentence for a drug conviction. Today, it comes after sheriff's deputies found a grow operation inside his Davenport home just last year. McKenzie says he grows the plants to make cannabis oil to treat symptoms of his cancer, and that he was surprised by his sentencing.
totally expected the opposite. I expected a malicious sentencing. The whole thing has felt very malicious the whole time. The whole trial was unfair. I wasn't even allowed to mention that I had cancer. So today was the first time I was allowed to give any information about what I was doing and why I was doing it. Excuse me.
Now, because of his cancer, McKenzie says that any time spent in prison would have been a death sentence.
A lot of companies and a lot of fans are cutting their ties with now suspended Ravens running back Ray Rice after that video surfaced showing the former player assaulting his fiancée in an elevator. The Baltimore Ravens are giving fans the chance to exchange their Ray Rice jerseys for new ones in the club store. EA Sports announcing today it's going to delete Rice from its Madden 15 video game. Nike next releasing a statement saying they have terminated their endorsement contract with Ray Rice. Situation, of course, has sparked a lot of conversations all across the country and right here in Iowa about domestic violence and how athletes are many times viewed as role models. But it's a new program being tried right now, coaching boys into men. It's working to address how our high school athletes, males in particular, treat women. And that's starting this week, for example, at Waverly Shell Rock High School with the football program. The goal is to have the coaches become mentors, encouraging their players to use their physical strengths on the field, not off.
We can play a role in ending violence in our community through ways like this, where we lean on those people that are seen as role models in the community, the coaches, the athletes, the administrators within that school.
Cedar Valley Friends of the Family, by the way, oversees this free program and will be glad to distribute the kits to any Iowa school district interested in the program.
Well, coming up here on KWWL, a scary moment for a man and his vans. Floodwaters pushed them right toward a ravine. Check that out. We're going to tell you how this ends.
Also, remember the man struck by lightning caught on video, one of our storm chasers? An update on his condition coming up.
And here's a live look at your Storm Track 7 radar. Get ready for that cool down. Storm Track 7 Chief Meteorologist Mark Schnackenberg has your full forecast. It's coming up.
You're watching KWWL. We've got you covered. With Ron Steele, Amanda Goodman, Chief Meteorologist Mark Schnackenberg, and sports with Rick Coleman. This is the KWWL News at 10.
A man survives raging floodwaters. They sweep him and his van right into a ravine.
Yeah, check this out. It happened north of Las Vegas just yesterday. You can see the rushing waters pushing the van, the man closer to the ravine. You can see him trying to get into the van as it starts to tumble into the water. Luckily, he survived, but the flash floods were responsible for at least 2 deaths in Arizona. It's unbelievable video.
And rushing waters blasting through a sidewalk, sending water into the air for more than an hour. Wanted to show you that. A water main break, about 40 feet in the air for this water this morning in a Pennsylvania neighborhood. Authorities say the 70-year-old water main broke, damaged the sidewalk. Crews eventually got the water turned off, but it took them more than an hour to do so.
A man struck by lightning is now at home and resting. Danny Murphy, a storm tracer and Storm Track 7 weather tracker, was storm tracking with his son near Denison when he was struck by that bolt of lightning. He spent some time in a Sioux City hospital recovering, but we're told tonight he is finally at home recovering.
Hope you're watching tonight because we are now down to the final 12 on America's Got Talent, and Waterloo native Emily West got another standing ovation for her live performance tonight. That was Emily singing her version of the classic Moody Blues song, Nights in White Satin. She said it was her parents' wedding song. I want to thank Emily, by the way, for a great shout out to me and the station on Facebook earlier today. Thanks a lot, Emily, for that. To vote for her, by the way, check out the America's Got Talent webpage, and we should have the results. But I'll tell you what, she was spectacular again tonight, wasn't she?
Weather-wise, not so spectacular, especially if you're a fan of some warm weather, because cold weather is heading into the region. Here's Storm Track 7 Doppler radar, showers and some isolated thunderstorms. Good news, the threat for severe weather is diminishing. I'll give you details as you look at our sky cam in Dubuque with a few showers in Dubuque County. All the details in your Storm Track 7 forecast next on KWWL.
Now your Storm Track 7 forecast on KWWL.
It was a rainy evening out there. This was taken earlier this evening in Waterloo with some rain showers. A couple of thunderstorms across parts of the area. Northern counties a little drier than our southern counties, where the heaviest of the rain has been falling here this evening. Let's go ahead and take a look at Threat Tracker and see what we can expect as we head through the overnight hours. Threat for any severe weather, no longer there. Threat for any flash flooding, probably not anymore. Showers and isolated thunderstorms possible. Any showers and storms will come to an end early tomorrow. Still tracking that storm system to bring us the rain and eventually cooler weather, as well as some windy conditions as we head into tomorrow, and especially as we look ahead towards Thursday with some pretty chilly temperatures. Still officially a flash flood watch in effect. National Weather Service just is going to leave this in effect through the overnight hours in case any of the thunderstorms in portions of Missouri weaken, which right now doesn't appear to be the case. Those thunderstorms have been gobbling up a lot of the moisture, and so therefore we're not seeing the heavy rain farther north as expected, so that's good news. Northern counties, not a whole lot over the last 24 hours, just north of Dubuque. These yellow shaded areas, it's up over 2 inches of rain, so a couple of spots did see that. More widespread area south of Highway 20 with 1 to 3 inches of rain in the last 24 hours, and then a bit farther to the south and west of Des Moines, some places up around 4 to as much as 6 inches of rain. Now that is not coming in our direction. As you can see, Storm Track 7 Doppler radar, a little heavier area of rain near Iowa City, but generally just showers, maybe an occasional rumble of thunder, and that's about it. Northern counties, again, are going to be on the drier side. There are some more thunderstorms off to the south here, and these are the storms that we're talking about that are the real strong ones. Notice all the lightning associated with these storms, and that's where all the severe weather has been. These storms will continue to track in the easterly direction, and it's going to gobble up a lot of that moisture that was streaming northward, so therefore it pretty much stays right there with the heavy thunderstorms across northern parts of Missouri, not in through Iowa. We will still see some showers and some isolated thunderstorms, but the threat for any severe weather as well as very heavy rain is now being pushed a bit farther to the south. So showers, isolated storms will continue as we head through the overnight hours. Again, the heaviest of the rain across far southern Iowa into northern parts of Missouri, so the threat for any flash flooding is really diminishing fairly quickly. As for our temperatures, out and about, 60s across the region, 66 Decorah, 67 in Waterloo. These temperatures are going to be the highs for tomorrow in the morning, and then eventually they'll be dropping because this cold air mass back to the north and west, that's coming in our direction as we head towards the end of the week. So for tonight, showers, a couple isolated storms, 60s for overnight lows. Again, those will be the highs pretty much for the day tomorrow. Temperatures will fall to about 60 by late afternoon. Look for some strong wind out of the northwest at 15 to 30 miles an hour. Here's your Storm Track 7-day forecast. Dry day on Thursday, but a breezy one. And on Friday, a couple of rain showers as it cools off with highs in the 50s. So we look towards the weekend, looking pretty nice. A little chilly to start Saturday. Maybe some upper 30s in spots, and then some 60s for daytime highs. But the wind will be light, so that will make it feel very comfortable to be out and about on the weekend.
Tomorrow's that day you may want to skip the gym, throw the sweats on, listen to the rain.
Yeah.
But are you saying 30 to 40 mile an hour winds tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow could be pretty windy, especially as we get into the afternoon hours, and temperatures low to mid 60s by the afternoon.
You guys have to wash your hair tomorrow.
That's a little chilly, yeah.
A little extra spritz of hairspray.
All right.
A little bit.
Coming up next, the powerful Dyke New Hartford volleyball team beginning its quest for a, that's right, 4th consecutive state championship. And the next man in for the Iowa Hawkeyes could be a former Cedar Falls Tigers star. Rick will fill us in.
Now, KWWL Sports.
Good evening, I'm Rick Coleman. The Iowa Hawkeyes are preparing for their big showdown against Iowa State this weekend, perhaps without the services of one of the best offensive linemen in the country. Hawkeye offensive tackle Brandon Scherf still recovering from the knee injury he suffered in the win against Ball State. Scherf actually returned to the contest, but today Iowa head football coach Kurt Ferentz said his status is day-to-day. Next man in, former Cedar Falls Tiger star number 75 Ike Butker. Ike stepped in for Scherf on Saturday and played a couple of series against Ball State. Butker was actually in the game on Iowa's first and only scoring series in the first half, something that gives him confidence moving forward.
This gives you confidence moving forward that if you were called upon again that you can go out there.
Yeah, I mean, that first time I think is like very serious, like with the nervousness obviously, but I think I'll be a lot better this next time. There'll still be some nerves, but you know, just the encouragement from the teammates and the coaches before I went in there, I'll keep that with me the next time I have to go in.
And next time is probably Saturday against Iowa State. Butker is a redshirt freshman who was recruited as a tight end before moving to offensive tackle. UNI volleyball team is home opener tonight against a very good Northern Illinois squad. The Panthers in a tough battle tonight, though. In the first set, Lee Pudwell for Northern Iowa with the kill. The Panthers battle but still lose the first set 25-21. Northern Iowa played hard tonight and actually had a set point in the second frame. It's Kayla Hanelin setting Lindsay Schultz for the kill. But UNI can't get it done tonight as Northern Illinois sweeps the young Panthers 3-0. Powerful Dyke New Hartford fresh off a big win over the top-ranked team in the country. Battle Waterloo Columbus tonight. The Wolverines looking strong in this one. Rachel Coop, the quick set to Brianna Weber. Dyke New Hartford finding a groove. The Sailors, though, play it strong tonight. Carly Sennett ripping a kill through the Wolverine defense to tie this set at 4. And the great Sailor fans all pumped up. But Dyke New Hartford keeps coming. UNI head coach Bobby Peterson's twin daughter, Sydney Peterson, the strong serve, and Bailey Peterson with Brooke Morgan on the block. The Wolverines take control, and then it's Rachel Coop. She's going to UNI. Nice set this time to Brooke Morgan. Dyke New Hartford rolling to the victory tonight. 3-0.
Wait a minute. You're telling me those Peterson girls are playing now?
And they're just freshmen.
Wow.
I know. Starting for one of the best
just born
programs.
like last year?
Yeah, I know. It seems that way, doesn't it?
Well, they beat the top-ranked team in the country.
Exactly.
Amazing.
With those two freshmen in the lineup.
Wow. Okay.
So Bobby's got some talent coming, too, to UNI.
No bet.
Right, yeah.
Just a little bit. We'll be right back.
Man.
More rain tonight?
Yeah, rain will continue overnight tonight, but threat for severe weather is gone. Threat for any flash flooding is just about gone, so just a rainy night. Go ahead, sing it. Rainy night. I knew it. All that comes to an end early tomorrow morning. It'll be windy and a chillier couple of days ahead.
We're so proud of ourselves.
We're
Cue the music.
We're America's Got No Talent up here.
That's a true statement right there.